Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Bum, ba, da, bum, bum, ba, da. Da, 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 da. Ba, da, 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 da. Bum, ba, da, bum, bum. Ba da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 da. Got some big old scary looking clouds lining up over there. Got the sun rising over there. I mean, those are cool looking clouds right there. I don't know if you can see them really or if they show. I don't know if we're gonna get rain or hot, sunny, and humid again. But I know. I mean, I don't know what I know. I was gonna say I know. But again, I don't even know. Let's drop this down. Let's put my coffee down. Wipe off the lens. Grab my favorite chair. Pop a seat. Wake the dead as I grab my spot. Was debating doing a little stretching, but nah. We're gonna focus on resting those bodies. Hello, Josh Agrand. Not that stretching isn't therapeutic to your muscles and joints and everything else. Let me see. How's over here? That's better. No real reason to have a post behind me if I don't need one. Gotta put my chairs back. Gotta be a good guest. I don't know if you've ever stayed or been a guest at I'm sure we've all been guests at one time. I think part of being a good guest, when you are served food at somebody's house, really enjoy it. Really enjoy it. Eat a lot, be thankful. This might be above and beyond. Help clear plates. You know, I think that might be above and beyond, but as a guy that's waited tables or served tables, whatever it's called, I'm not calling it waiter, but I think that's not PC. I think that might imply it's a man. But either way, it's hard for me to sit in front of finished plates at a table. So I'll often get up and help clear it so everyone can have a nice conversation or keep the conversation going around the dinner table. Without all that clutter and crap. Hold on a second. There I am. Oh, I just wanted to make sure I turned off my car. Sometimes I'll leave it running by accident because it's so quiet. Have I been to any of the World Cup games? Is the World Cup going on? Don't be mad at me, foreign people. It's not just foreign people. Don't be mad at me, soccer, football fans. The Twins said they think rain is on the way. And the World Cup is starting today. All right, let's address some sporting issues at hand. Who won last night? Was it San Antonio? I know they were winning. Or the New York Knicks? Who won? Somebody give me the answer. San Antonio was winning pretty big. The Knicks won? The Knicks? Are you serious? I mean, they were down by like 20-something. That's got to be a heartbreaker for the San Antonio fans. Oh my God. That has to be a heartbreaker for the San Antonio fans. I mean, I've never even been to San Antonio, don't really care. Kind of like this Wemby dude, so I've been pulling for them a little bit. But I'll tell you what, I think he's a young, good player, so he's got a long time to become a dominant force and a championship-winning player in the NBA. So maybe the Knicks winning would be the best story. Somebody said largest comeback in finals history. Yeah. I mean, I saw a flip by and they were down by like 20-something in the second quarter. But even in the third quarter, I think they were down by in the 20s. But again, in the NBA, that happens a lot. And I'm not sure why that is. Part of me has always thought it was sort of rigged. And I don't know if it's intentionally rigged. But I think the refs get caught up in the fandom. I don't even know if it was at New York or at San Antonio. But I think the refs get caught up with the enthusiasm of the crowd. And they want to go, call a big foul going the other way. And I think their adrenaline gets fired up and they get excited when the crowd does. So I think they tend to I don't think the refs are impartial at all. At all. I mean, they might strive to be, but you can just see the enthusiasm with which they call like a charge going the other way when the crowd is rocking, that they know they're going to get a huge cheer and that the crowd's going to go wild when they call the foul. They're almost part of the show. Good morning, J-Rob. Somebody just called me the most ick man on the internet. And I was going to remove him from the conversation, but I chuckled about it a little bit. Made me laugh. Maybe my tagline will change from a cup of coffee with a friend to the most ick man on the internet. I think that might be what has been lacking. The only thing holding back my massive content creation success was the wrong tagline. I should try it for like a week. The most ick man on the internet. Just see what happens. I'd probably go, I don't know what I got, like 17,000 followers here on TikTok. I wonder if I could hit 50 in a week by changing it to the most ick man on the internet. But anyway, good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. My name is Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. It is Thursday morning. It is 6:55, I think. Oh, there's the clock right up there. It's 6:56. Oh, we got a glorious audience right off the bat. I thank you. Got 142 people watching. We got 539 likes. Double tap that screen. Give me a little love. I think I deserve the love as the most ick man on the internet. But it is, again, Thursday morning. It is June 11th. Happy Thursday. Coffee with Ken is a show that I have done for quite some time. It's a show about me talking. It's a show about me sharing some feelings, sharing little thoughts and lessons learned and random little things. But for those that have been watching a while, you know this is not just a show about me talking. You know it is also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. And with that in mind, I got a nice hot cup. You guys have been spoiled with me in downtown the last, I don't know, 2-3 days. I've been in downtown Columbus. For some reason, I decided, I think I know why. I think I wanted, if we were going to get some storms, to be in this area where it was covered and I could continue to do my show. If it was raining and coming down pretty hard, I thought that would be neat. Hello, Paula from Florida. But anyway, I am so excited to have my first sip at this fairly early hour. My hope is wherever you are and whatever you're doing, that you got a hot cup of coffee in front of you as well. Cheers to us. Dunkin' Donuts extra large with cream. It's very smooth. Very, very smooth. Oh. Am I going to watch the World Cup? I don't really have any great plans to watch the World Cup or any super care about it. I'm not a huge fan. I mean, I'm not even slightly a fan. I like sports-ish. I don't know. I can't even name any players anymore. Is Ronaldo still playing, or is Messi still playing? They retired. How about Pele? Is he still out there? But no, seriously, I can't name any players on any teams. Maybe I could. If you gave me one, I'd go, oh yeah, that sounds familiar. I don't know who's favored. Argentina? France? Got a little diner behind me. First time I was sitting out here, I remember I was doing my show and I smelled bacon. And one of the viewers is from Columbus, Indiana, where I'm at today, and said, oh, that must be, I think it's Jill's Diner. Oh yeah, it's Jill's Diner. Kind of a neat little place. Service was quick, coffee was hot. Oh no, oh no. What's he doing? That guy's back. That guy's back. There was a guy that sat next to me the other day and was saying, it was very strange. He came back. He's on an electric bike. Came in like 60 miles an hour. Zoom. Wonder if he works in the area. Maybe he works at Jill's Diner and he's starting at 7. That's why he was coming in so fast. You feel like you've seen me on YouTube. Well, that's very possible. It's very possible. How did I escape from the asylum? I dug. I dug straight down. And once I got to 15 feet below the surface, I went straight west, digging a little bit like a mole, Didn't have any tools, but I was just clawing away at the cement. It's amazing how much you can do with your bare hands over time if you're persistent enough, determined enough to get out of the asylum. Dreams can happen, and you're witnessing mine. You went by Sam or Samuel? Well, it's not surprising you're Sam here. I don't. Yeah, we don't need to overly chat what name you go by on a different social media platform that is the same name you're using here on TikTok. I go by Ken. I pretty much go by Ken, but you can call me Kenneth or Kenny or the most ick man on the internet. Whatever you like. Oh. So it's Thursday morning. How are you guys doing? How are you feeling? Mia said Mr. Clean has been on TV since you were a kid. Yeah, I wonder when they started Mr. Clean. I had a dude reach out to me on some social media platform and tell me he wanted to coach me. He had seen I'd been fired recently, and he said, well, because you're doing the wrong thing, I've been fired 200 times, and people with a certain energy shouldn't be working the regular jobs. They should be in movies or TV or acting. Or he said he was like the head double for Dr. Phil or something like that, something crazy. I don't know what he was really offering me, except he wanted me to sign up. But either way, he said, oh, you wouldn't remember him, but you remind me of Mr. Clean. And I go, what do you mean I wouldn't remember him? How long's Mr. Clean been around? I'll bet Mr. Clean's been around for at least 50 years. Is 1958 when Mr. Clean started? Somebody just put 1958. Is that when he was created? Okay. Well, there you go. There you go. Obviously, I remember. That's like saying, oh, you wouldn't remember Superman. I mean, it's not quite the same, but it's similar. Somebody said they wanted to oil me up. You mean my head? Like with baby oil? Or did you have anything extra naughty in mind? Some sort of flavored oil? Am I ready for World Cup football? I mean, only in the sense that I don't care a whole heck of a lot. I'm excited that you guys are all excited. I'm not dissing World Cup. I just don't care. Yeah, I don't care. Is the U.S. in it? Is the U.S. in the World Cup? Do you have to qualify for the World Cup? Does the U.S. have a good soccer team? Mia is in Philly and just don't care. Okay, there is a USA team. Do I know any Turkish city? Yes, I do. Oh, the U.S. is hosting. How silly of me. I think they last hosted in like 1993 or 1994 or something. And I was living in downtown Chicago, and a couple of the games, or some of the games were played there. It was neat because there'd be groups of hooligans walking around the streets. They weren't really hooligans, but I like to think they were hooligans, troublemakers. No, but you'd get a huge international presence in the city, and it was neat because I think it was in 1994 that they played in the U.S. last for the World Cup. And I was sort of interested in that. But I don't care that much. The opening ceremony is tonight in Indiana? No way. No way. Are you just making that up? Why the heck would the opening ceremony be in Indiana? Where I happen to be. Are you guys just making that up? You guys must be teasing me. Don't tease. Let's see. I am out of touch. Well, there's no doubt I'm a little out of touch. I didn't know the World Cup was starting. I did not know that it was in the U.S., and I don't believe that the opening ceremonies are really here in Indiana. Do I like CR7 or Messi? Who the heck is CR7? And is Messi still playing? Hey, thank you for the rose, Shalom. I appreciate it. I mean, is Messi still playing? Somebody said Toronto is hosting. Cities don't host, do they? Cities don't host, do they? Toronto isn't in the U.S. It wants to be. About a year ago when Trump was talking about adding Canada to the United States, I know a lot of Canadians were angry about that, but I'll bet you more than half were super excited. And all the people from Toronto probably wanted to come and become part of the U.S. It is getting ready to rain. Philly is hosting. Adam said U.S. is the worst country. Why? How are we the worst country, Adam? Where are you from? Okay, Cristiano Ronaldo. So Ronaldo is still playing, and is Messi still playing? He's got to be like 100 years old, Messi. Adam, what city? Adam, where do you live? There's no way the U.S. is the worst country. Personally, I think it's by far the best, but there's probably some other decent ones. I bet you like Sweden might be okay. Why would Canadians want to lose free healthcare and 6 months paid maternity leave? I mean, are those the two things? I mean, okay, free healthcare and the maternity leave. 6 months maternity leave. I mean, if you're going to be gone from a job for 6 months, I'm not saying being a mother's not the coolest thing in the world. But to hold the job for somebody for 6 months, even if it's for a good reason, seems kind of silly. And as somebody pointed out, Canadians pay over 50% in taxes for that free healthcare. Good morning, the Gulf Messiah. How are you? Alexandra, well, thank you. You're a little late. I've been talking for about 15, 20 minutes, and I've got very few likes. So please get to work. Let's stop the chit-chat and just start double tapping the screen. We've got a reasonably glorious audience with 113 people watching. 2,000 likes. I've gotten a few heart me's, a couple roses. But no, like, universes, or even where's my man Frank Francis, who sends me the sombrero and the mustache nearly every day. I'm planning to retire. I'm working on a sombrero and mustache retirement plan for anyone wondering. Yeah, because I think if you guys put a sombrero and a mustache on me, it might cost you $1. I'm not saying you should spend the $1, but I'm just saying if you do, it will cost you $1. And I think I get like 50 cents from that. So I figure if I can keep scoring this 50 cents there you go. There you go. Look at that right there. If I can keep scoring 50 cents every day, in like 100,000 years, I'll have $1 million. And that'd be cool. Oh, it's a sombrero. I don't care if you think it's a Stetson. It is a sombrero. Somebody said they're broke is dope. Then you need to get on TikTok and start collecting your sombreros and mustaches. I don't look like Gary Busey. Do not say I look like Gary Busey. I don't at all look like Gary Busey. He's got sunken eyes, a very narrow nose. He's got hair. He's crazy looking. I'm not saying hey, well, thank you so much. Somebody sent me a cat. Again, I'm not saying I don't look crazy looking, because maybe I do. But what I'm saying is I sure as hell don't look like Gary Busey. Have I seen Yellowstone, the show? Yes, I have. Rip was almost a superhuman. There you go. You can be Rip with that hat. Rip was almost a superhuman tough guy. Like, he was almost, you know what I mean? He was so tough. There you go. There you go. There's Frank Francis. There's Frank Francis opening up that wallet. Poof. I'm going to cash in. I got 2 of those today. I might take tomorrow off. I scored 2 sombreros today. No need to work tomorrow. And when I mean work, I mean go live on TikTok. Yellowstone fell off the rails. You mean it started getting too weird? But you know what I mean about Rip's character, how bad he was, how tough he was. And he didn't he just did it the old-fashioned way by punching. Who's 61 now? Wait, after Costner left, it went nuts. I never saw it after Costner went. But a lot of times shows will do that. They just... Again, it's called jumping the shark. When Fonzie water skied and jumped over a shark. From Happy Days. You kids out there, you don't even know who Fonzie is. You see Gary Winkler, which I think is Fonzie's real name, as some doting, some old kind of dude. Kind of geeky guy, actually, which is so weird. Because he was the coolest guy in Milwaukee. Something wasn't working, he'd just hit it with his fist. And it would start it right up. Henry Winkler, you're right. Oh. Kind of a cool sky back there. That's what's neat about doing here. You're saying Rip is tougher than the Fonz? But you actually never saw the Fonz get in a fight. I think people just generally bowed down to his coolness. Yeah, Dr. Pepper, the Fonz was cool enough. He never had to fight. But if he ever did, you knew he could take care of himself. But he wouldn't have to. Oh. So I'm enjoying my coffee this morning. And somebody says this seems like a boring life. What, watching me? Having so little to do on a Thursday morning that you tune in to TikTok and watch me? Yeah, that does seem pretty boring. I'm sorry you live that existence. Mayor of Kingstown is better than Yellowstone. I've never seen it. Would I rent Fonzie's apartment above the garage if it was available? Yeah. Yeah, no, I think those are cool. Because what would creep me out, people would often say, I was in Champaign a few months ago and looking for homes. Champaign, Illinois, horrible city. Horrible city. I'm sorry. I'm not even sorry. If you live and love Champaign, Illinois, horrible city. But anyway, I was in a hotel there spending $1,500 a month. And people would go, oh, you should get a room to rent. To me, sleeping in a hall down the hall from a stranger would creep me out. But an apartment above a garage, you know, with a separate entrance, that'd be cool. That would be cool. Not Fonzie level cool. Or a coach house. A little house in back. When I was a kid, and I moved out of this house in 1978, we had a little house in our backyard. I think we had a one-car garage. Beautiful lot. Holy smokes. That house has been knocked down, and I don't know, 10 years ago, there was a $2 million house on it. Our house was not fancy at all. It had a one-car garage. It was a beautiful lot, though. And it had a little house in back that we rented to a guy named Bob Ward. Something like that, where it can be like an apartment or a little coach house on somebody else's property that you could score for a nice rate would be good. I don't know if they make those anymore. Maybe when Frank Francis sends me 100,000 more or 800,000 more sombreros and mustaches, I will buy that house. I will put a coach house on it and rent it to one of you, paying it forward. Hey, somebody followed the live creator. Thank you so much for following the live creator on this Thursday morning. Somebody said a place like Kato Kalin's. Holy smokes, that's a name from the past. Kato Kalin. Wasn't he like O.J. Simpson's wife's friend or something like that? That had something to do with O.J. Simpson. Kato Kalin, didn't it? Holy smokes, that was like 30 some years ago. Good morning, Ryan. Somebody suggests I get a small camper and to stay in a campground for $600 to $700 a month. I think I could. I've looked into that and I've thought about it. And I'm currently in Columbus, Indiana, and I have 4 beautiful kids that live in Illinois, and Columbus, Indiana is a town with a lot of cool towns around it and cool things to go see and do. And a lot of loud trucks. So I like the idea of being mobile because I think I'm pulled in different directions. So there's something appealing about getting a camper. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I want to do. I know what I want to do. I'm going to build that home, paid for by sombreros and mustaches, with a coach house. Ryan is enjoying his own cup of coffee, Rise coffee, trying it for the first time. It's not bad. Oh, it tastes fine. Somebody sent me a sample of that mushroom coffee. It tasted good, but I don't think it did anything mentally or physically to me, in terms of mental clarity or anything. I think there's a lot of calories in it for some reason, but it tasted pretty good. Did I check out any cool towns yesterday? Dawn, I appreciate that you were watching yesterday and knew that my plan was to check out some cool towns. But my plan got upended. They needed me at work. I got called in. And I ended up working yesterday. So I did not go to Nashville, Indiana, which was my plan. Maybe Monroe Lake, I hear, is cool. Check out the cool... I hope to leave. I mean, I'm enjoying Columbus a lot. But again, there's a lot of cool towns around here. And I'd like to experience them. Nashville is great. I hear it. I hear it is. Did working feel good? Well, I need the money. And it's good to be productive. So it felt pretty good. But I knew I would disappoint those that were hoping I went to Nashville, Indiana. Will I watch the World Cup? I don't know. Sign up for Instacart. Why? Why would I sign up for Instacart? You sign up for Instacart. Am I going for the Netherlands? Not particularly. Not particularly. I mean, I'm not against the Netherlands. Pick a team. The U.S. I'm cheering for the U.S. And since we're the host country, I'm pretty sure that means we get to play, even if we didn't qualify. So I'm cheering for the U.S. I am going to go absolutely bonkers if and when the U.S. team wins. Donald Trump, Mayor Mamdani, and I are going to be partying in the front row when the U.S. wins the big game. Is Scotland playing? Because if Scotland's playing, I'm pulling for them. Obviously, I'm pulling for Scotland. My cousin, I have a bunch of cousins that live there, but he put a post on Facebook and was very upset about something that is going on with in Scotland. And I asked him, well, what do you mean by this? What's happening there that is so upsetting you politically? He did not answer, but I'm curious. How do you guys feel about that Mamdani mayor in New York? Anyone like him? I'm coming at the political angle from a different way because I know how most of you guys feel about Trump. I want to know how most of you guys feel about Mamdani. You love him. Do you really love Mamdani? He seems cool. It frightens me a little bit. All right, I'm old. You call me what you will. Call me a boomer. I think Mamdani's crazy. And it's going to lead to a crappy United States if that political vibe spreads across the country. That's what I think. To hell with you if you don't. I don't care. But I'm not talking about Trump. Why do you need to change the topic to Trump? Bob, let's focus on that. I just said Mamdani is crazy, and you didn't address that topic. You had to change the topic to Trump. Can we not have another conversation? Can you not speak at any level without bringing it to Trump? That's what's so frustrating. We can't talk about something else because you are so weirdly fixated on Trump. It's absolutely nuts. It's absolutely nuts. I wanted to discuss the mayor of New York, and you couldn't. You couldn't. You've got to talk about Trump. I said, let's talk about Mamdani. It's so weird. It is so weird. Yeah. Yeah. Holy smokes. Well, okay, the president might be exhausted. He might be crazy. He might be awesome. He might be whatever. But let's not talk about him for a minute. Let's talk about Mamdani. I want to talk about him. The extinguisher. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. I like that he's taking care of the people of New York. In what way is he taking care of the people in New York? Mamdani has lost it. All right, he's not taking care of anything. He sucks. He's finally taxing the rich. Free groceries, free bus rides, ain't nothing free. Yeah, no, that's what I think. That's what I think. I think New York's probably a cesspool already and is going to get flushed down the toilet of society. Yeah, I mean, I left Illinois because I think it's in the Mamdani direction. And I just don't think that works. He hasn't been mayor long, that's true. Where do I live? I live in Columbus, Indiana. They're all screwed in New York. They did it to themselves. What do I think of him? I think, as idyllic as these sounds as the ideas sound of giving everything away, I think the government sucks at its core and doesn't do anything very well and is extremely inefficient, and there's people stealing money from it left and right. And I don't like big government at all. And that's what Mamdani's all about. We have a glorious audience. We have an absolute glorious audience with 147 people watching and 5,600 likes. Wildman says it looks like it might rain. Horseshoe asked, have I tried any local coffee shops in Columbus? Andrew is up in Fort Wayne. If you watch my show, you know that I have tried local coffee shops in Columbus. Oh, do you know? I was at one yesterday. I was at Graham's Coffee Shop. It's actually Graham's Bakery, right in downtown. I thought of going there today, but I was kind of hoping we'd get some rain and I'd be under this roof area and it'd be neat. Which team am I supporting in the World Cup? Well, I just found out Scotland was in it. So I'm going to cheer for Scotland even over the US. How's that feel? How does that feel? So I'm cheering for Scotland, assuming they're in it. They might not be, but I'm hoping that they are. Am I still visiting other towns? Well, I haven't really advanced very far in my plan to visit other towns. Yeah, I haven't gotten very far in that. Where's one other place in America that I would like to go? I think Montana is one of my favorite states in America. And if I had no ties to anywhere, I think Bozeman, Montana might be the coolest city in America. It's expensive. It's nice size. It's got an awesome downtown. It's got Targets and things like that, so you can shop. But also you got mountains around and all the nature around. So you get all that. I've been there. But if I could live anywhere with no ties to anything, I think I'd start life in Bozeman, Montana. Well, I think we got some raindrops coming down. Hello from Australia. Hello from Australia. Somebody wants to know if I'd have a lakeside cabin. Well, that seems cool. I'm a little bit urban, though. I would like to own a vacation home on a lake. I know Alexandra. Alexandra won't go fishing if she comes and visits. But where we could run down the dock and jump in a lake, I think that sounds really neat. Although up in Montana, I'll bet you the water would always be cold. But I'd like to own something. I think Bozeman, Montana is really cool. Will I see the World Cup? No. No, I will not see the World Cup. Do I have a favorite song about rain? Singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling I'm having today. That's the only song about rain I could really think of. Looks like we might have some more coming. Purple Rain. Yeah, Purple Rain. What's that song about? Oh, by the way, okay, all right, here it is. Here it is. Here's what I need to talk about. Did I talk about it? I might have already talked about it before. And don't hate me. I know we all love Prince, the artist formerly known, greatest guitarist in history. Super awesome, great dude. I might have said this the other day, but I still can't believe it. I saw a video, and he was walking out on stage, or to the stage, and he did like a kick, and I thought it was a spoof, because there was this little guy, and I thought it was some like Saturday Night Live skit. Is Prince really, was he really 5'3"? Does anyone know, was Prince 5'3"? For some reason, I always thought he was a tall and a lean guy. And I saw this, and he's walking out, and he's like a munchkin. And he does this kick, and I'm going, wait a minute, that can't really be Prince. Because I thought he was tall and lean, like 6 foot. I had no idea. Not that it's wrong to be short, but I just totally was shocked. For some reason, he always looked large on stage. Or tall and lean on stage. Blew me away. I had no idea. I had no idea. He was famously short. Somehow it totally slipped me. I had no idea. You're saying he was famously short. I didn't know. He wasn't that famously short. I mean, I was never a big fan. He's Prince, whatever. I had no idea. And I don't know how that could be. I mean, I was alive the whole time he was really popular. I never heard he was short. Dr. Pepper had a brand character based on him. Well, Davy Jones was 5'3", but I knew Davy Jones was little. I knew Davy Jones was little. He was the cute little monkey. I don't think many people know how big of a band the Monkees were. How many records they sold. Yeah, they were huge. Do you know what David Bowie's real name is? Do you know why he changed his name to David Bowie? Do you know why he changed his name to David Bowie? Yes, it's David Jones. Because there was already a Davy Jones. Hello from Thailand. How are you? The sky looks good. It does kind of look cool, and that's part of the reason I picked this spot today. That is part of the reason I picked this spot today. You hope I am well. Well, thank you. I'm very well. I could be a little weller if I had a little more coffee in here. It is a nice setting, isn't it, Sarah? Thank you for following the live, creator. Somebody said Dunkin' Donuts is way too unhealthy. You mean the coffee? Or the donuts? For me, I think it's just dangerous to start. Oh, Frank Francis came in with a donut. Thank you so much. Do I remember Davy Jones on the Brady Bunch? I absolutely do. I think he gave Marcia a kiss on the cheek, and she said she would never wash that cheek again. Hello, Zoe Black from Columbus, Indiana. How are you today? How are you today? Are you guys just enjoying life? Are you guys having a good morning? You're sitting, drinking Starbucks. When you get Starbucks, do you get one of those shake type drinks? Or ice cream type drinks? Because I sit in Starbucks a fair bit, and I watch. Doesn't seem many people get coffee there anymore. Hey, Big Q. Big Q sent me a dolphin. I wonder how you would decide on sending me a dolphin. I appreciate it. Good morning, Amy. How are you today? How are you today? It has been a glorious audience and an absolutely glorious show. Big Q sent a summer sun. Well, thank you so much, Big Q. We've had a warm few days. It seems like we're getting a hot spell across the country. I feel a cool breeze coming in, which feels nice because of the rain. And the drop in the humidity. But it's supposed to be a warm one again today. Hello, Abe. How are you? Good morning, Eugenie Kimball. That's a name from the past. I don't remember that name. Oh, Big Q, what did you send me? A journey pass. Well, thank you. Thank you. Does my house have AC? Yes. Yes, it does. Uh-oh. Oh, dang it. Hold on. Dang it. Dang it. Got it. After a period of time, TikTok requires me to slide like a puzzle piece across and place it where it needs to go. I struggle with that. I have shaky hands. And sometimes it's hard for me. I had to do it like 5 or 6 times right now. Where am I from? I'm from Downers Grove, Illinois. Thank you for asking. Thank you so much for asking. Do I look so British? So British? Oh. A host is having a coffee break, chatting about Prince and David Bowie. That's what AI summarized our conversation as. Just chatting about Prince and David Bowie. We're getting a little bit of rain, Matt Forte. I just felt a little drop hit me right there. But again, we got clearer skies behind. And cloudy, rainy skies that away. Oh. Oh. Kind of hurt my wrist a little bit. Don't know what caused it. I hit the heavy bag yesterday. The gym I go to has a heavy bag, but it's not as heavy as the ones that I was used to at Crunch Fitness. It's like a half bag. It's like, I don't know, maybe that big instead of maybe a 6 foot long one. And it moves when I punch it, which sort of makes me feel cool, but I'd almost rather it be a little heavier and stop swinging so much. Yeah. That sounds like a kick bag. The one I'm using? You mean the long one is a kick bag? This one, it wouldn't be a kick bag because it starts like, I don't know, 3.5, 4 feet from the ground. So it's hanging, so you couldn't do like a leg kick. Maybe the long one's a kick bag, is that what you're saying? In your country, now is what time? Which is a kick bag? The long one? Okay, the long one's a kick bag. Okay. Well, that would make sense because, when you punch it, at least when I punch it, and I try and punch it pretty hard, it doesn't seem to move a heck of a lot. I'm going, wow. All right, well, that makes sense. It makes me feel a little better. I felt I wasn't punching it hard enough. I mean, I wasn't punching it hard enough to make it move. It laughed at me. And there were a lot of guys in there kicking it and doing like leg kicks. But this one sways a little too much. Especially like I try and do like a hook to the liver with my left. And honestly, if it's swinging at me, it can hurt my wrist. And if it's swinging away, I get it swinging a lot. Where am I from, sir? I am from Downers Grove, Illinois. Hello, Amy. How are you today? How are you today, Amy? John Deere, it is a little bit cloudy today. I'm hoping we get some rain and we get the temperatures dropping a little bit and some of the humidity off because it's been real sticky the last several days. The smaller bag swings because in a fight, your opponent doesn't stand still. I get it. I guess I'm just used to hitting the kicking bag, which does not swing a whole heck of a lot, unless you can punch harder than I can. But since I can't punch harder than I can, it does not swing. I hit it and it just kind of stops my punch. What do I think of Indonesian? I think if you grow a beard and mustache, it will be better for me. What will be better for me? If I grow a beard and mustache, it will be better. I was hoping somehow today that I could make it better for me? And do you think the key is the beard and mustache? Hello, Big M. How are you today? Somebody said there was a muscle car behind me. I don't see one. I do not see one. We have a glorious audience today. I don't know how long we've been talking. Probably just about an hour. Well, Big M, I've been kind of bouncing between YouTube and TikTok over the last week or two. I think I may have figured out some of the audio issues I was struggling with on YouTube. And if I verify that, I might go back to YouTube full time. But I like that the sound works well here on TikTok and that I have a glorious audience. And honestly, the revenue at TikTok is starting to grow. For a while, I was making like 90% of the revenue was coming from YouTube. But revenue's growing on Facebook and on TikTok as well. Hello, fans. How are you? How are you? Heather has not seen me here in a long time. Well, Heather, I've been kind of popping up on TikTok periodically over the last couple weeks because I realized there was a serious audio issue on YouTube, so I came back here. Hey, thank you so much for sending the rose, fans. I appreciate that. Will this be my job and just do part-time work? Well, nobody knows what the future holds. Nobody knows what the future holds. I have a job, but it's not, it is supplemental income right now, and I work as needed. And I'm looking for other work as well. But right now I enjoy doing this. It feels good, and I make a difference. Do I like Cadillac? I've never owned a Cadillac. I don't know. I mean, I owned a Jeep once, but I've almost never owned an American car. So I wouldn't say Cadillac would be my first choice of cars. I mean, it wouldn't. So I don't overly like Cadillac, I guess. I wouldn't even be in my top 10. It's like, it's a kind of an old man's car. And you know I'm vibrant and youthful. Hello, Mr. Fancy. Thank you for sending me a goat. Thank you for sending me a goat. You want to come to America to watch the World Cup. Okay. Well, you better get on coming because I think it starts today. I think it starts today. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. Somebody asked where the coffee is. It's empty. I could hold it as a prop. Cuddle it. But anyway, we've had, oh, look at Mr. Fancy sending me a couple. What are you sending me? Oh, he sent me 3 You're Awesomes. Well, that was very nice, Mr. Fancy. Thank you so much. We have 9,500 likes today. We got 122 people watching. No, I'm not going to go buy more coffee. Right now, the coffee's kind of sitting in my gut. And I'm probably going to the gym in a little bit and gonna work out, although I don't really need to. I could probably use a day off. But I've been finding my way to the gym quite often lately. and enjoying it. Oh, well, thank you again for sending me that thumbs up. Berkeley, I am blessed today. Thank you so much. Alexandra, she of the, can't even remember the name of the bike company you work for, Alexandra. Says no days off. Don't we ever get to rest? Don't we ever get to rest, Alexandra? How ripped, how jacked do you want me to be? I don't know what just built your stack means. Peloton. I don't know what just built your stack means. Ooh, I feel a cool breeze. It feels nice. You suck at resting, but don't we need to? Mr. Fancy, you're making me blush with all the gifts. Yes, I am right. You mean I am right in that we need to rest from time to time? Is that what we need? You wish you could live the way my people lived. Sounds like I'm a chieftain and my tribe, and you want to live like my people. Makes me laugh a little bit. What do I think about the state of Texas? I don't think a whole lot about the state of Texas. I don't want to be there. It's too hot and it's too brown. And when I go, I mean, Austin's kind of neat, but it's really crowded. I wasn't impressed with Dallas really at all. Yeah, I don't think too much. I don't want to be, as much as I like Montana, and I kind of consider Montana the Texas of the North. I don't have any draw towards Texas at all. Good morning, Norma. How are you? How are you? And that place scary. Hello, Opal. How are you? How are you doing this morning, Opal? How much do I earn per TikTok live? I don't think TikTok really pays me for lives. So I don't really know if I earn anything on TikTok lives. I just do this for fun. I kind of do. I mean, I share this live over on YouTube, and they might pay me $10 or something like that. So that's kind of fun. I do get money from gifts, but I mean, I don't know. Nothing consistent. I don't know. I think I made 58 cents the other day when I went live on TikTok. Where am I? Tammy, I am in Columbus, Indiana. Huh. How is living there? Living there as well. Living there is good. Are you from Columbus, Indiana, Tammy? Are you from here? somebody watched my live for 200 minutes, and I should celebrate with them. It's weird that they keep track of that. G-Pop says lots of bots. Yeah, that's the weird thing about TikTok. At some point, it gets filled up with bots, and the conversation gets weird on TikTok. Am I a former Liverpool coach? No, I'm not. Well, anyway, we've had an absolutely glorious audience today. We've had an absolutely glorious audience today. And I appreciate you guys for joining me today. I really do. Thursday morning, I want to thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful week, and I hope you're feeling good. I hope you are loving yourself. I hope you are forgiving yourself, and as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.